Okay, something a little bit different today. I've been playing some Resurgence recently. I'm sure you guys have been playing Resurgence as well. For the first time, it's available on the Verdansk map, but I've been playing it solo against trios. And the first time I did it, I just wanted to go in and I wanted to get some early game footage for a video that I was planning to make, but I just started really enjoying it. And it's basically, you just play solos, but in a trios mode. So every gunfight you go into, pretty much guaranteed to be 1v3. And, well, in my experience so far, it's been a lot of fun. It's taught me quite a lot about some of the new guns in the game, and it's allowed me to really get a handle on the new sniper. And it's allowed me to build a little loadout with the RAM-7 that I'm really enjoying at the moment. And that's what we've got in this video. So it's the RAM-7 and the K31 sniper. I think the K31's fully ranked in this one. I think I've got the GRU suppressor on the end of it. So it's like the full max bullet velocity build. And then the RAM-7 comes in as like my sniper support gun. And the RAM-7 right now is absolutely top tier. Should 100% be using it. But yeah, I don't normally do like solos versus any more than solo. Because I don't think I'm not that good at the game, if I'm honest. In certain scenarios, I start to panic when I come across more than one player. But I thought, you know what, with Resurgence being the way it is, where you just come back into the match and you can drop back in, I thought that might give me a chance to like have multiple gunfights against people who keep coming back towards me, as long as I'm the one who's playing perhaps a little bit more carefully. And so I have to maybe take cover in a building. I just thought it would be good practice for me to get some gunfights in myself versus multiple enemies. And that's exactly what has transpired, because this is not the only match in Resurgence where I think I do really well. But another reason I like Resurgence is because you can get your loadout so quickly. So here we go. I've got the RAM-7 and the K31. The RAM-7 build is the monolithic suppressor, the long barrel, the commando foregrip, the PBX hollow sight with the red, with not the red dot, the blue dot, and the 50 round mags. And then the K31, I think, is the GRU suppressor, the combat recon barrel, the serpent wrap, the fast mag, and then the SAS combat stock, I think. I basically tried to reduce ADS time as much as I can and also keep it mobile and moving around a bit, because the K31 is definitely a competitor to the Kar98, but a lot of people don't like the K31 as much as the Kar98, but I'm really starting to like the K31. But at the moment, I'm being chased by this man, who is keeping me company in another Bertha. This is still a very prevalent tactic in pretty much any game mode you play in Warzone. If somebody is driving around in a Bertha, you can guarantee they're doing it as a rolling fortress. So whether they're solo, as a duo, a trio, or a quad, you know they're doing it for a reason. And normally, I see these people are quite aggressive, and they will start trying to push you really, really hard, and they'll all jump out of the Bertha at the same time. But this guy sort of gave up in the end. He is shooting me from a distance, but he gave up. So we're just going to park up on the hill here, and I'll cut the gameplay to something else. So the guy got out of his truck over here, over at the petrol station. And for about a minute, I've been sitting here waiting for him to come out into the open. I got quite lucky with that second snipe, I'm not going to lie. I thought I would get the headshot on the first snipe whilst he was on the ladder. And then I might have been able to do a follow-up shot and get the kill, but as luck would have it, he was in the gas at the end, so he ended up bleeding out. And here I'm just checking around, making sure there's nobody left, because he stopped over there for a while and just completely disengaged with me. I was pretty sure I heard some shots, but I don't see any here at this point. And so we just pick up the Bertha, and we go for another roll again. I'm starting to really enjoy Verdansk 84, by the way, as well. I know everybody really wanted that new map, and don't get me wrong, I would have loved a new Warzone map. But they have just, in probably 90% of their changes, they've just straight up improved the map. Like, the lines of sight, they are slightly longer in certain places, but they've covered up lines of sight in problematic areas. I really like the changes to Promenade, where there's a couple of those buildings that haven't been fully built yet. I think that's a really good change. Downtown having, like, the top of the broadcast tower being like a construction site, I think that was a good change as well. So there's definitely some good changes there. This guy just tried to hit me with an RPG. I started to panic here because I was like, crap, he's got an RPG. If you're on a hill with the Bertha, by the way, and you get stuck, you can just reverse, and it's like full speed reverse almost instantly if you then go down the hill. It's kind of a cool little thing for the Bertha. But, like, in general locations, I think they've pretty much improved the game in almost every aspect. The lighting is much, much better. There's still some areas that I think are a little bit too dark, like some staircases. Like, looking out of this building here, this is terrible. And I think they need to fix, like, that inside-outside lighting situation. Because, look, you can see here, it's now not as washed out as what it was before. Missed. There we go. Get the kill in the end. Yeah, I am using the suppressor on the end of this one. That gives you some of the extra bullet velocity and damage range that you don't get from the combat recon barrel. So I think you're around the 1,000 meters per second point with the K31 with the suppressor and the combat recon. It's definitely less than the Kar98. It's not the fastest of any of the snipers by any means, but I'm just starting to get used to the lead and the bullet drop on it and having a good time whilst doing it. Come across another team here, you know, just casually rolling through a field. This area of the map, where we are right now, below the massive bridge, this is one area that I think they need to do some work on, because look at how open it is here. Why are there no trees in this location? It seems stupid to me. Like, surely they would want to get some trees here to give some more line of sight cover. There we go, get the kill on that guy. I was actually going for the kill on the guy in the white, but the rose skin sort of actually stood out to me. And I thought, yeah, I'll actually give that a go. This is Westie getting distracted. He saw another player over here and he thought, oh, do you know what? I'll go for that. And he gets sniped by the team that he didn't finish off behind. Classic distracted Westie there. Although I get very lucky because there is a rock right behind me. And as I was going for the revive, I was sort of moving around, feeling for that rock. If I couldn't move back any further, I was like, yeah, I think I'm probably going to be okay here. Now, this part, like I was saying, there's not a lot of trees here, but because there's sort of ups and downs in all of the rocks and the hills, you do get some cover. So I've got to give the developers a little bit of credit here, because this area where we are now with the truck, I think this is okay. I still would like some larger trees to give me more cover, but I think if you are going to cross that, you know, that's at your own peril. But that part underneath the bridge, I just think there need to be more trees there, because it just disincentivizes any kind of infantry action. If you haven't got a vehicle, sometimes you just got to go for those places. You've just got to run across the open. And there's absolutely no cover in that area, so sometimes it's a little bit frustrating. There's a team over here that are actually fighting another team. So I thought, you know what, I'll try and take somebody down. And this is where the K31 is a little bit disappointing, because I think if I'd have had a faster bullet velocity sniper, I probably would have landed shots there. Don't ask me how that was a that was a break by shooting his leg. But we got the follow-up and take the team wipe. 4 kills, 31 players left. That's not too bad for solo versus trios, to be honest. And I am playing this pretty much like I would play solo. It's a difficult position for me here, because like if I move up into the circle, there are going to be other teams taking all the buildings right now. There's still 27 players left. Do I get the snipe on that guy? No, I don't. I choose to move. So at this point here, the zone is going to start collapsing in a minute. And I really start coming into my own because Rebirth has been disabled, or Resurgence has been disabled, whatever you want to call it. Those players are not going to come back in anymore once you kill them. So it's going to be me confirming kills left, right, and center, which is good because it means any revives or like buybacks that I see, that was a nice snipe, gotta say. Yeah, any buybacks that I see on the buy station, I can pretty much confirm there's going to be a team or at least one player over there who's trying to sort of regame with the rest of his squad. Oh. I remember thinking whilst I was playing the game that would have been an amazing snipe, but what I'm doing here is I'm holding this location right on the edge of the circle. It's a little bit of a strange location for me. That guy came up onto the rocks, I'm not sure why, but okay, that was a poggers down. Final bullet as well. The second to final bullet, not the final bullet. I've got one more bullet here. I think I actually realised at that point that I don't have any more sniper bullets, but I was on the edge of zone because I knew people would start moving in because the zone is collapsing. Lots of people have been saying to me in the comments that they don't feel like at the start of games there's enough ammo at the moment, and I'm like, I like that. I think that's good, because it creates these sort of more chaotic gunfights at the start of rounds, and yes, of course, it sucks if you don't have the ammo. That is completely a given. But I think that's good, because it just creates these fights with ground loot guns where you're like, right, I have 20 bullets, I can probably kill one guy, and then I'm going to have to... go. But it creates those clutch moments where sometimes you will get an important kill on somebody, and you might be able to save your team. That was my final sniper bullet, and then I nearly died. Thank God the guy didn't have stopping power, because I would have died at that point. And there we go. We do find some sniper ammo. It was right behind me as I came up the ladder the entire time. Got at least 8 bullets now, which is good. Haven't seen much of the RAM so far, I will admit, but trust me, it comes in clutch towards the end game. And just the time to kill on it, it really, really helps. Tracer's coming across from the right. A snipe. Makes it nice and easy. Thank you very much. I don't think that guy had much armor. See on the minimap there, this guy is going to come straight in. Because when you play Resurgence, it lets you know where the rest of the team are by flagging them up on the minimap. And as a solo player, that is so helpful. And it sounds stupid, but like it's almost like a bit of a cheat if you're playing solo, because then you can either run away or you can challenge a gunfight very, very quickly. And it only shows up for you. It doesn't show up for the rest of your teammates. Now, you can see on the minimap there, it flashed up again. So I know his teammate is over to the south there on the grass. And I thought, you know what? I'll try and go for a cheeky snipe on him. But obviously, his teammate will have pulled out exactly where I was. But you can see how powerful the RAM is there. This guy over here. I don't know if he has plates. I'm pretty sure if I'd landed that shot with the K31... that I should have got the hit. Looks like he's only got a pistol, the poor lad. Oh no, it looks like he's got a longer weapon there now. Can he make the run for it? Footsteps. Dead silence. Absolutely destroyed that first guy. Goes for the sticky. Downed, finished, team wipe. That was a lovely clip there with the RAM. Really, really good. Get that extra plate. Take a little bit of damage by going into the gas, but it's fine. We have one more plate than we would have had. That's going to be important, as you're going to see in the next set of gunfights here. It's now 2v1? Yeah, it's 2v1. 2 teams left, me versus the world, basically. And it's kind of an elongated moment, because I am solo. That guy trying to do the bunny hop snipe on me. Sorry, dude. Not going to happen. But the final guy is a rose skin, my arch nemesis. Do get the down on him, but like the distance between me and him there, he is gonna self-res. And if I'm out in the open and he's got, I don't know, a Fafar, something that's gonna absolutely melt me because it's got no recoil, or even the AK or the AMAX, I'm gonna really, really struggle. So I am actually in a pretty good position, although the cover that's in front of me, you can penetrate it, so he's going to be able to land shots on me if he knows where I am. He's actually playing this really smart because he's just waiting for the gas to collapse for as long as he can. And then he takes the shots. So the purple tracers, I think he might have like a growl or something like that, because the growl does have a purple tracer pack. He's now bunny hopping through the trees. And because I get that flinch, I'm just like, do you know what? I'm not going to go for the snipe here. Just going to go for the RAM. Actually realised it wasn't fully reloaded. Not great. But he's using the tree cover really effectively there. Get the break, get the kill. And we win! My first ever solo versus trio. I'll quickly go and show you the loadouts for the RAM and the K31, but I was really proud of that game. I think I did really well there. So these are the loadouts. This is the RAM-7, Monolithic Suppressor, FSS Ranger Barrel, the longest one, Commando foregrip 50 round max, PBX hollow sight with the blue dot, and then the K31, the GRU Suppressor, the Combat Recon Barrel, the Fast Mag, the Serpent Wrap for better ADS time, and then the SAS Combat Stock. Really good loadout, this one. Great for solos, even good in normal trios, duos, and quads, or whatever you want to use. It's a great sniper support loadout, and if you want to get the K31 ranked up, then having the RAM alongside to deal with that close range stuff, then use the K31 long range. You should be good. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.